Toucan, nous sommes avec Toucan. Oui, et nous... Man, I wish Ralph was here. He's a French speaker. My name is John X. I'm strategy lead at Toucan Protocol. We are building a regenerative financial system so that we can make money work for the planet. And we're doing that by building infrastructure to run carbon markets on public blockchains. The Toucan Protocol provides market infrastructure so that we can operate the voluntary carbon market on a public blockchain. And by doing this, we are improving the health of the market and provide a way to finance the most impactful climate projects in the world. At the moment, Toucan runs on the Polygon network, which is a proof of stake sidechain to Ethereum. So people can bridge carbon credits onto the Toucan meta registry and get access to our liquid carbon markets running on SushiSwap and use Toucan Carbon as a building block in a regenerative finance ecosystem. There are a couple reasons why we chose Polygon. Probably the primary one is the fact that it runs on proof of stake and is therefore very energy efficient. It also has a lot of liquidity and activity because of the ecosystem that has formed on it. We also love the fact that it has very low transaction fees, which means more people are able to participate in Toucan carbon markets. And we also chose that because our launch partner KlimaDAO, was launching on the Polygon network. The crypto blockchain ecosystem is amazing. It's a wonderland, right? This idea of going down the rabbit hole means you end up in this place where you see all these magical and mystical things that are hard to imagine unless you're there. It is also still very immature. I think there's a huge amount of innovation and advancement that can be found, and improvement in the safety, the integrity, the scaling of decentralized finance. And I think for me, the most exciting thing is that there's this new energy focused on how to use Web3 technologies to drive regenerative practices, to build care for the earth, care for life into the way our financial system works. And that's really what we're trying to be a part of at Toucan. I think one that's common is not realizing and appreciating the value of people. There's quite a techno-optimism in Web3, which I think is valid, and there's a lot of reasons to be excited. But ultimately, this all comes down to people and the way people behave. And we need to value people and make sure that we're giving enough care to creating a culture where we support each other and where we look out for each other and keep each other safe. So that's one. I think there's also people tend to jump in feet first or sometimes head first without really understanding what's going on. I was one of those people back in 2017, and I think that's in a lot of ways great, right? Like, we want people to jump in and learn kind of by doing, but I feel there's a lot of work we need to do to improve the on-ramps and improve the education that we provide for people who are getting involved in Web3, because there's a lot of risk when you take full responsibility for owning your own money. And if people don't understand that, they can get into some trouble, and we want to try to, as I say, keep people safe. So Toucan started at the ETH London Hackathon in 2020, and founder Raphael Haupt had this idea that He wanted to create a way for smart contracts to automatically offset their carbon impact. This is based on this idea that in order to validate a transaction on a proof of work network or proof of stake network like Ethereum or Polygon or Bitcoin, the network that's validating the transaction has to consume some energy. On proof of work networks, this is quite a lot of energy. On proof of stake networks, it's a little bit of energy, but it still has, in any case, has to consume some energy. And the idea was to create a system where every transaction automatically diverted a bit of value to carbon projects that were doing the work needed to counteract the emissions footprint of the energy consumption. And the really interesting thing about this is that if it was built into the financial infrastructure layer, into the protocol, it wouldn't really be an option for people to choose whether or not to offset. In order to use the service, you'd have to offset. And that's where I think we want to try to move this is, by default, we're taking care of the planet. This isn't something we're ticking a box at the end of this and opting in. It's baked into the economic fabric of our financial system. So it's been such an exciting few months since we launched in October. We have onboarded somewhere around 20 million carbon credits onto Polygon. I'm quite sure we have the most liquid voluntary carbon market in the world, trading on SushiSwap right now. Next is really executing on this strategy that we have laid out, which is to help people build with carbon, help regenerative finance projects bring their ideas to life, and fostering a diverse and thriving ecosystem of applications that are building on Toucan infrastructure and providing products and services to customers that they understand well. So we are working with the first ecosystem projects that are starting to build on Toucan. We're working on SDKs and developer tooling to make it very easy to integrate Toucan Carbon in your dApp or protocol. And we are launching our grants program to get people some resources so that they can bring their ideas to life. That's one piece. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, but a big focus is on cultivating and fostering this ecosystem. Nous sommes avec Toucan. Oui, et régénératif système financier dans l'Internet ouvert. Open Internet. Yeah?